Hi, everyone. Today, it's the first episode of Have Your Say. This is a series of discussions that I'm going to make with topics that were voted on and created by members of our spiritual community on Facebook. All right, so today is all about sadness and disappointment. So that's a kind of broad subject. So let's get down to the fundamentals of what sadness and disappointment is. It is a vibration of fear under the umbrella of fear. There are only two emotions, right? Two major vibrations in this reality. It's fear and love, and everything is a derivative of that. So fear and sadness is that. It is a fear derivative because it has a negative emotion attached to it, right? So when I say attachments, that's a clue here, right? So disappointment. Why do we get disappointed? It is because we have attached ourselves to certain outcomes, right? So when that outcome does not come to fruition, when it doesn't manifest, we get disappointed, right? And that creates a negative emotion. Attachments. You have all heard about, the practice of letting go of attachments. So that is one aspect for you to assist in you, managing disappointment. Okay, so, it's only human nature that we want to create control, that we want to create certain attachments to outcomes, right? We create goals and so forth. Right. So coming back to that, this is why I also recommend, instead of goals, you make intentions, right? So it basically assists you to let go of that attachment to an outcome, right? And instead of a specific thing that you want, what is it, the feeling that you want, right? So get behind the emotion because, we can control a reality even through manifesting, right? Yes, I want A, B, and C. But what if you were destined for more? What if the universe has other plans for you, right? So if you want to allow the magic of the universe to move through you, if you want to manifest why you truly are here, what you truly want, you want to let go of attachments. And I know that's very hard, right? We've also been conditioned to want certain things in our reality. But, underneath it all, what do you really want? Isn't it to be happy and to be joyous, to feel freedom, right? These are our innate states of being. We are unconditional love. So with your intentions, think of what would be fun for you, joyous to you, but be loosey-goosey on the details. My friend Isabel uses this term loosey-goosey and I love it. So I'm going to take that from her. Thank you, Isabel. So it is just you being in a state of flow, right? You want fun, you want joy. So let go of the details, of the specific details. Do a general intention, okay? So that's one thing. Okay, so sadness, again, that's another vibration of fear. It also relates to disappointment. Sadness can be, myriad of different challenges that become manifested in our reality. Sadness relates to grief and loss. Sadness could also be, a loss of an attachment as well. So there's many different conditions in our reality that triggers the emotion of sadness. Understand that all emotions, fear-based emotions, you might see them as unwanted, right? Because they create a negative feeling within us. But the laws of the universe, everything happens for us. Now, to get to transmuting these negative emotions, you need to do some soul work, guys, right? Shadow work, I talk about it all the time. So when you're feeling sadness and disappointing, you're experiencing those emotions that trigger that disappointment emotion within you, go within. Do your meditation, guys, do your soul work. Now, invite that emotion into your heart center, that sadness, that disappointment, okay? Now, for you to process that negative emotion, you need to feel it. You can't just think happy thoughts and that emotion disappears. That's not how it works. You need to move through it. It's here for a reason. You know, it's about changing your perceptions to these emotions. Yes, they might feel uncomfortable and you might not prefer to have these emotions, but what if you could change your perspectives and see it as something wanted? Can you change your perspectives and see it is happening for you, right? There's a gift there for you. It's trying to tell you something. What is it trying to tell you? What is it within you that needs healing? What is it within you that you are not seeing that is aligned to your higher self? You know, you're here watching this, right? Because you want to know higher answers to what is happening within yourself and your reality, right? You're on a certain level of awakening, so to speak, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this, right? So, you know, I'm sure you're not new to the soul work here. So when you go within, I want you to visualize, right? Visualize this emotion. Okay, first, feel the emotion. Now, I want you to put a face on this emotion, the sadness or disappointment, because this represents a dimension of you, a shadow self, right? So what you've done, you know, this shadow self is coming to the surface for you to heal, to transmute, to tell you something. Did you want to repress a part of you, to ignore a part of you? You are here to remember your oneness state. You are here to remember more of your power. So this is an opportunity, right? An opportunity for you to practice unconditional love for yourself, right? To heighten your intuition, right? It's not just healing, it's also enhancing your abilities, your intuitive abilities here, right? So once you feel that emotion within you, it's an energy, right? And I know this part is a bit uncomfortable, but you'll find if you can feel the emotion, it'll pass more quickly, right? Now, I want you to visualize a face to that emotion, a face that's yours, right? Visualize, attribute a version of you to this emotion. Now, be creative here, right, guys? I want you to embrace this part of you, hug this version of you, you know, open a dialogue, invite it to come in. Open your heart, show compassion to this version of you. It is okay to have these emotions. Emotions are not wrong. Emotions are powerful. They create your reality. It is the energy that creates ripple effects throughout the universe. Emotions are your superpower, even the ones that are not preferred. It's just about you being able to manage them and see them for what they are. They are activators for your divine power, right? There'll come a time when you can actually embrace all these difficult emotions because it's highlighting a limiting belief. Okay, so again, this all comes down to soul work. We're human. Yes, we are more than human, but we're having a human experience. So, you know, we have certain conditions and belief systems that tell us that things are right, things are wrong, things shouldn't be this way, and so forth. And this has allowed us to have a set of belief systems. There are belief systems that we might have that limit our expression here, right? So we are here to unlearn certain limiting beliefs so we can align ourselves to the infinite intelligence of our higher selves, right? To our intuition, to the source within, right? The perspective of the universe, the perspective of our higher selves, the perspective of all that is unconditional love. It's unconditional acceptance. So use these perspectives when you address these difficult emotions. Can you embrace these difficult emotions? Can you detach from it and see it as a gift? Okay. So it's all about the perception change to negative emotions. It's an opportunity for you to learn more about who you are and who you are not, right? Okay. So once you've got acquainted to that shadow self of you, the dimension of you, open your heart, really open your heart to this version of you. Use compassion, right? Communicate, open a dialogue. Ask this version of you, what do I need to know in this moment? What am I not seeing? What are my limiting beliefs here that is limiting my power in this moment? Right? Be creative here, right? When we use our creativity, we access our God abilities, right? You all have the power of imagination and creativity. So use that, guys. Have fun with it. Now, I know when you embody some of these negative emotions, it's not going to be always fun, right? If you're not used to exploring these difficult emotions, it can be quite challenging. But, you know, with time and with practice, you will learn the power of these emotions and how they are not, they're not here to burden you. They're here to empower you. It is just a perception change. And it all starts with your thoughts. All right? Just reminding yourself that all emotions represent a part of you that you have not loved. And it's time for you to love and accept all aspects of you, all aspects of your journey, because that is the perspective of source, the perspective of the universe, and that is what you are. You are a unique frequency of source and all that is. So it's up to you guys. Do you choose victim mentality or do you choose empowerment? That choice is yours. You always have free will because you always have the choice to choose your thoughts, to choose the higher oneness perspective, one that is aligned to universal laws, one that is aligned to the truth of who you are. So I invite you to practice this soul work when the disappointment and the sadness comes up or any other difficult emotion. Recognizing it is a gift and is an opportunity for you to learn more about who you are, to heighten your intuitive abilities, and for you to heal, right? You know, during these recent years, we've been giving lots of opportunities for us to heal, right? Lots of triggers, right? Triggers are a good thing. It's just being able to manage it, recognizing why triggers occur. It's an opportunity for us to become more awakened, so to speak, for us to remember more of our divine power and who we are. It's a perception change. And also doing the work, feeling that it's safe enough to explore and embody those difficult emotions. Now, when I'm saying this, by all means, if you feel like you are not in a space to be able to do this on your own, contact me. I'm a therapist, and there are others as well around the world that can help you on this journey to do the shadow work. If you do not feel, you know, you can't do it at this stage, right? I mean, we all have the ability to do it on our own, but that's why I am here, and that's why others are here for you to help you in this process, okay? Unconditional acceptance, okay? So it starts from the perception change, accepting your emotions. They are not wrong. Starts from there. By embracing difficult emotions, of course, and the joyous ones, you will learn more about who you are and your superpowers. Wouldn't you want that? So over here, right, to remember how powerful we are through the journey of physical reality. It's okay, guys. We're having the human experience. It's okay to have difficult emotions. We expand through different emotions, such as the negative emotions. It's the contrast that expands us. It's the polarity that helps us to expand. I mean, of course, you don't have to suffer through the negative stuff, but it starts with your perception change. And with time, it'll become a habit. And with time, you will not be triggered so much by negative emotions. There'll come a time when you can be excited when you're triggered because you know it's coming for you, because you're ready for higher expansion, because you are so powerful, and because you're ready for this soul test, so to speak, right? It's giving you opportunities to align to high states of consciousness. And how exciting is that? So I invite you to do the work. I invite you to change your perceptions. I invite you to practice unconditional acceptance and unconditional love with yourself, with all aspects of your journey. Be gentle on yourself. When you're in that state, when you have that feeling of negative emotion, of sadness and disappointment, sit with it. I really invite you to sit with it. There are soul lessons there for a reason. It's not by accident. Most importantly, turn that love on yourself, right? Because often we judge ourselves and we judge our emotions. We judge our journey. Remind yourself you're having a human experience, and everything here is to assist us to remember how powerful we are. Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and until next week, love and light, farewell.